Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Professor Ningambika G. Meti, Department of MBA, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. Welcome you for my channel. So today I'll be dealing about recruitment and selection, the part of it that is job analysis. In my first video, we learned about the meaning, definition, and the process of job analysis and the nature of job analysis. In this video, I'll be explaining about the methods of job analysis. So let us understand the different methods of job analysis. Okay, so there are almost 10 plus methods are there. So this is also a very important question in terms of VTU question papers, especially for third sem MBA HR specialization. The first one is direct observation, and the second one is interview method. Third one is common metric questionnaire. Fourth is job analysis questionnaire, dairy method, work method analysis, or it is also called as work sampling. Critical incident technique, it is in the short form, it is called as CIT, and position analysis questionnaire, that is PAQ model, function of job analysis, that is FJA model, work profiling system, that is WPC model, and the next one is Fleshman job analysis system, FJAC model. So among this, there are few things which is very important. If you can see it here, CIT, that is critical incident technique, which can be asked for 10 marks, and Fleshman, that is FJS and PAQ module. So these three questions they have asked repeatedly in many of the VTU question paper. So let us understand in detail one after the other. The first one is direct observation. So direct observation, as the title only says, it is about the observing things directly. So when the observation method is used, a manager or a job analyst or an industrial engineer observes the individual performing the job. So the person manager will go to a certain place where exactly there is a job opening. He will analyze that particular post, and because few people are in the notice period, they'll go and check it out what work they are doing and what are the responsibility are they taking care and what type of task and duties are performed. They'll be analyzing in detail. That is in the direct observation. So observation may be continuous or based on intermittent sampling. Either they'll go directly continuously, they'll go and check it, or based on some samples collected. Either the team members will go and conduct the observation and summarize the things and they take the details. Use of the observation method is limited because many jobs do not have complete and easily observed job duties, because it depends upon the which particular post there is an opening, right? So all the responsibilities, duties and everything will be taken care by an employee, cannot be explained in a shorter duration of time, or it is, since it is a limited profile, so there may not be easily observed the every work of an employee who is working and they are hiring for that particular place, right? So observation may be more useful for repetitive jobs and in conjunction with other methods. So these type of it is more useful for the job for repetitive jobs. Either it might be for the lower level employees or it is for the middle level employees. This is very suitable. So managers or job analysts using other methods may watch parts of a job or being performed to gain a general familiarity. So they will come and observe what type of work they are doing. So what specific process are they following? They'll observe it. So multiple observation on several occasional also will help them use some of the other job analysis. So by doing this multiple, if they're going and observing things, so it is easy to judge it whether they are going properly or is there any duties has been missed which they are actually performing but they are not jotting out things, so they can do it when they do the multiple observation. So this is all about the direct observation. So in simple we can say, when the observation method is used, manager, job analyst or an industrial engineer observes the individual directly. They'll go in front of a sitting in front of a person, they will gather the information either from the employee or from the representative of that particular team. So this is all about the direct observation. So coming to the next one, that is, what is the next one is interview method. The interview method of gathering information requires that a manager or a HR specialist visit each job site and talk with the employees performing each job. So, as the title only says, what is the interview? There will be a two-person who conducting the interview. One is called as interviewer, and the other person is called as interviewee, who is a candidate. So, the same type of a process will applicable in this particular method also. Instead of conducting an interview, they'll go and check with the other employee, the who is actually coming to that particular post, there is a vacancy. Either he might be in a notice period, or any representative of that department, they will go and ask the details as a HR recruiter or any of the analyst who is taking care of this. So they will ask some set of questions to the person to analyze the detailed information, or to gather the more and more information about the job analysis. Yes, so the interview method is more commonly used in many of the organization. So a standardized interview form is used most often to record the information about the employee, and the employee supervisor must be interviewed to obtain a complete understanding of the job. So in my minor cases, what they do, they'll go and conduct the interview method with the person who is working there. They'll go and cross check with it, or either they'll go and meet the supervisor, because supervisor give the detailed information what exactly the work is performed by an employee. So they'll go and cross check with them. So this can be obtained by understanding of the job into two types. That is interviewing of an existing post holder, or interview of an immediate supervisor. As I said in the previous slide only, either they will go and check with the present employee who is in a notice period, existing post holder, or the immediate supervisor, the person who is actually taking care of that particular team. So then what type of questions they may ask in the interview method? Like, what is the job being performed? What are the major duties of your job position? What exactly you do? So these set of questions can be asked to the existing post holder, or if it is a supervisor, they can ask what type of job that employee was performing. So what are his duties? So it is the way of communicating will be pretty different when you're talking to an individual directly or indirectly. So, what are the education experience should be suitable for this particular profile? What type of skill set the employee is expecting? So, all these details can be gathered in the interview method. Yes, so this is the second type of the method. So, let us move on to the next one, common metric questionnaire. So, common metric questionnaire, as the title only says, questionnaire. So, they try to gather the information with some set of questionnaires. So the questionnaire is widely used method of gathering data on jobs. A survey instrument is developed and given to employees and managers to complete it. So they will create a document where there will be some set of questions which can be surveyed, either given to a large number of employees or among the team members. So the typical type of questions will cover the areas like the major advantage of the what profile he is into. So what are his responsibility? What are the roles, and what is the perception they are requiring for this particular job profile. So all these data can be gathered from an employee or from the supervisor. They'll analyze the things and they'll come up with a job description and specification. So the advantage of this questionnaire method is that information on a large number of jobs can be inexpensively. They can gather as much as information from the this type of method, because you can put as many as question required to analyze it. Whereas if an employee is going and asking the other employee on spot, it is difficult because the time is precious and the cost is incurring on it. Instead of that, within some set of questionnaire, they can answer to the questions. So employees may vary in their perception of the jobs and even in their literacy also. Sometimes what happen, educated people, they analyze the questions and they sum up with the answer. But few people who are not aware of the questions, who are not literally, if they are going down, literacy rate is less, then it is difficult. They can assume the answers and they just put across. So this is advantages also, disadvantage also. So for these reasons, the questionnaire method is usually combined with the interviews and observation to clarify and verify the questions. So keeping that as a base, it is better if it is combined with either with the interview method and observation. It will give a more frequent answers, because one person can read out the question, the other person will tell the answer, and meanwhile, and a recruiter can check with the observation also what exactly he is doing. So on one type of questionnaire sometimes used in a checklist differing from the open-ended questionnaire. So these type of questionnaire can be used in the common metric questionnaire. And the next one is job analysis questionnaire. So job analysis questionnaire, like in the particular questionnaire method only, which are the types of questions they can ask. The question will be related to the like materials, equipment, what type of job he is doing, what type of product he is producing, what are his duties, what are his responsibility, What is the financial or budgeting input, external and internal context inside the organization, outside the organization, knowledge, skills, abilities required for this particular profile for an opening, working condition, where exactly are they working, what are his special duties, so what are his supervisory responsibility, and also the physical activities and characteristics. So what are the extra activities he is performing? Is he only doing the job or he is doing outside the box work also? And decision made, discretionary, training needed. So all these questionnaires can be gathered the information with the help of the questionnaire only. So that is what they say. The purpose of this questionnaire is to gather information about a position in terms of duties, responsibility, education, experience can be jotted down with the above things. So this is all about the job analysis questionnaire. And the next one is dairy method. So what is dairy method? Dairy method is again, it is also pretty similar to the observe. It says that another method requires that employees observe their own performance by keeping a diary or a log of their job duties. In many organizations, most of the corporate people, they try to maintain a diary. They try to track things, what have they done, so what is the deadline to be complete particular project, so what are the responsibilities he is going to perform. So they try to maintain some log, or it is called as diary, and jotted down things what is more important when it is coming to their particular job. So that can be analyzed in the dairy method. So although this approach sometimes generates useful information, it may be burdensome for employees to compile or on an accurate log. So in order to analyze, see whatever the information they have jotted in the dairy, to summarize things it will take time, right? So and it is also time consuming. It takes much time to collect information for job analysis. The employee may not remember the job activities at the end of work shift when he records in the diary. So sometimes what happens if they are in very stress and all, stress season, they call it as quarter close and all, happens in MNC company. So they have a lot of work they keep tracking, and sometimes they might mistake or they may not track it properly. That may lead to a wrong information given by an employee. So in that case, we analyze the things what as per the employee given. As an recruiter or analyst, it is difficult to come up with a solution. So employees sometimes perceive this approach as a creating needless documentation that detracts from the performance of their work. So when creating this, sometimes it will take the diversion from actual what the employees performing, the present post employees working on it. So this is all about the dairy method. So let us move on to the next one. The next one is work method or analysis or work sampling. So this is again, it talks about, it is also kind of observation where work sampling does not require attention to each detailed action throughout an entire work cycle. So they will just observe things but not in detail, but they try to gather information what actually are they observing. Instead of manager can determine the content and the pace of a typical workday through statistical sampling. So they try to gather the information by observing using statistical sampling. Henceforth, it is called as work sampling. So work sampling is particularly useful for routine and repetitive job. So which routine jobs are there? They will try to gather the information for that particular job. This method is suitable. So I repeat, so as a type of observation, work sampling does not require attention to each detailed action throughout an entire work cycle. So they will try to gather as many as information in the routine jobs and try to put it in the statistical format. So that is called as work method or analysis or work sampling. So the next one is critical incident technique or CIT model. So this is very important question as I said in the starting only. So this type of a method involves observation and recording of examples of particularly effective or ineffective behavior. So it in the title only said it is incident based on some particular situation. They'll try to gather more and more information, or it might be the workflow what they do it, they'll gather more and more information about the behaviors. So behavior are judged to be effective or ineffective in terms of results produced by the behavior. So, in the following information should be recorded for each critical incident of a behavior. What led up the incident and the situation in which it occurred. So, keeping that as a track, they will try to gather more information and they'll come to a conclusion how the employee's behavior will be. So, a judgment to the degree of control an employee had over the results his or her behavior produced. So, what created to produce this type of a behavior? So, that again helpful to track in future if this occurs in the future also, how do they can control it? And this will lead them to analyze whether the job is stressed or not. The critical incident method differs from direct observation and work method analysis. In that observation of behavior are not recorded as the behavior occurs. So, but only after the behavior has been judged to be either particularly effective or ineffective will leads to the results. So, whatever the result is attained from the behavior, they can judge it based on what effective work has done or not. So this is all about the critical incident technique. I summarize the critical incident technique involves observation and recording of examples of particularly effective or ineffective behavior. Which effective behavior is leads to effective result that can be analyzed in this type of model. It is CIT model. So coming to the next one, position analysis questionnaire. It is also called as PAQ. So PAQ is designed to collect detailed information about the duties and responsibility of the position you feel as it currently exists. So what are the detailed information as much as possible, they try to gather it. So this division consists of 6 stages. One is information input, mental process, work output, relationship with others, job context, and other. So, keeping these 6 divisions, they try to gather 6 divisions and 6 elements. They try to gather as much as possible information. So, what is information input? Where and how does the workers get information to do the job? It is also called as the sources of information. So where exactly the job has been completed by a worker? How did he gather the information? So that can be analyzed in the first element. And the second element is mental process. What levels of reasoning are necessary on the job? Either they are going, is it the process is based on the knowledge or is it based on the making decision? Again, this depends upon the mental mindset of an employee. And the third one is work output. So what exactly the output he is producing? What physical activities are performed? Whether he is doing the machine and producing the product, or is he doing some presentation, or is he taking any type of decision? What is his output at the end of the month? That can be analyzed. And the fourth one is relationship with others. How do he carry the relationship with the employer, and using that, how is he performing the job? So when it is coming to an organization, employee and employer the relationship should be always good. That will lead to a that will lead to a long lasting relationship. And also for that, the base is communication. So communication matters a lot, and the supervision should be made based on what type of employee is performing the job. If he is a fresher, they need to be supervised all the time. If he is a senior person, supervision is very less because he know what type of job he should be performed. And keeping that as a base, they'll try to gather the information. And the next one is job context. So what working condition he is into? So what are the physical and social context of work performance? Is he doing physical work or he is taking the decision? That can be analyzed in the job context. And the last one is other. Whichever the things is not added, that can be added here. So what else is relevant to the job, like shift work or special job demands? All these things can be analyzed in the position analysis questionnaire of the last element, that is others. Yes, so this is all about the position analysis questionnaire. And the next one is functional job analysis, that is FJA model. So this method is comprehensive approach to job analysis. So FJA considers all regarding the detailed information to gather related to job, like what are the goals of the organization, what workers to do achieve those goals, level and orientation of what workers, who is going to perform it, and what is the standards, how do they do the performance appraisal, what is the training content. All this information can be gathered in functional job analysis. As the title says, functional, what exactly are they taking, doing the job, what type of job, functionally how is he performing. that can be analyzed in this model. So a functional definition of what is done in a job can be generated by examining three components. So this information can be gathered by major on the three components, that is what on which data he is working, who is going to repair, and what are the things is required to perform the job. So using these three as a base, they'll analyze the functional job analysis. So the level of these components are used to identify and compare important elements of job, even in the DOT, that is called as dictionary occupational titles. What are the standards? How do they reach the standards and how do they perform it? So this is all about the functional job analysis, that is FJA model. And the next one is work profiling system, also called as WPS model. So is designed to help employees to accomplish human resource functions. So it is again title says it is related to the work. The job analysis is designed to yield report targeted towards various human resources. What is individually is doing in terms of development, planning, employee selection, job description. What are the HR department are they performing the job? If it is related to the HR department. So there are three versions of the WPS tied to types of occupation, that is managerial, service, and technical occupation. Keeping these three as a base, they try to update the things in terms of job. So it contains a structured questionnaire which measures ability and personality attribute areas such as hearing skills, sight, taste, smell, touch, complex management skill, personality, and team growth. So these are the different type of attributes. They can check it and analyze it in the this model, that is WPS model. And the last one is Fleshman job analysis, that is FJAS model. Another job analysis method, it also called as FJS, formally the manual for ability requirement. So what are the ability, what are the requirements required? So according to the taxonomy, they try to analyze the information based on 52 cognitive elements, that is physical, psychomotor, sensory, and have strong research support with the FGS users. And what are the abilities? Keeping the conglomeratory or keeping the taxonomy as a base, they'll try to analyze it. So FGS is a job analysis method. This is majorly used in the US economy. Very less that we make use of it in the present scenario or present organization in the India. So these are the different types of major important methods of job analysis. So I would like to thank for hearing this video. Have a very good day. Thank you all